are live here in Tokyo, Japan, and you are watching JCG International Showmatch between Japan's TBM, the Beast Mitai, and Taiwan AHQ Esports Club. And we are in game 1 of the best of 3 series. On the blue side, it will be Japan's TBM, and on the red side, it will be Taiwan's HQ Club.
It's actually sneaky Trendemir up here in the top. He is already onto Rio Silva playing Vladimir, and they're chasing out Zyra in the bot lane, doing a pretty good chunk of damage. I don't think we're going to see any engages coming out of this as the pings continue to go down. Trendemir still is in this top lane. Renekton sealing the river exit. I don't know if he's looking for a steal in a 1v1 situation. Pings are actually going down in the bottom side as well. Just being called out. AHQ knows that TBM is there.
And we can already see Elvis really putting out a lot of pressure onto Rio Silva here. So Rio Silva will be able to take back a bit of that HP with his skills. However, you know, being in Italy and something that Westdoor being so famous for how he loves to put pressure on the other team, is going to be a challenge to see how Rio Silva will play against that today.
And so AHQ actually did a good job. They caught out Sejuani at her red buff with a ward down there when they were dancing around. So Trendemir and Fiddlesticks are actually going to start and take away this blue buff from Sejuani, which, as Sejuani, you need that blue buff to get through your jungle at any semblance of an efficient level through your first clear, and it is not going to be there when she gets there.
And this is going to be really bad for TBM, just because, as a matter of fact, that there was no answer to that. So TBM knew that. I don't know if they knew that was happening to them, but they didn't answer that. So that is going to not be an exchange of blue buffs, but that is going to be a blue buff that's given away to the other team.
So you can actually see AHQ was doing a really good job of getting wards out. That early vision allowed them to take that blue buff, and they've actually got 2 wards right in and around that blue buff area. As Jarvan's going to pick up his own blue buff here, and it looks like we can set the lanes now. Trendemir is going to be in the top lane versus Renekton, and in the bot lane it'll be Lame. In the bot lane it'll be Shyvana in a 1v2 situation. So we'll have to see how that plays out.
As we are just going to settle where the teams are going to go, we can see everyone just really going into their lanes. There's not much lane swaps coming out from here. It is going to be Trendemir at the top playing against a Renekton, and the bot lane it is going to be Shyvana there. It's going to be very interesting because I've not really seen a lot of Shyvana plays at the bot lane, but I really want to focus today on this first match, especially on the mid lane, and really see how the exchange is going to go, because already in the 3rd minute we see a little bit of a CS difference coming out from Rio Silva as well as Nidalee Westdoor in the mid lane. There's a 2 CS lead. It's not big, but it might grow if Rio Silva continues to miss his thing.
There's actually a lot of damage going down in the top lane. The Ignite comes out onto Renekton. He's got to blow his flash. Westdoor is going to continue on it. Will it be enough? Oh. And there is First Blood going to make it out. Heal through that tower hit. And that was just a level 3 engage that went.
Actually, my mistake. Westdoor is actually going to play Trendemir today. So he will be at the top lane. This is very interesting. I have not seen this before. I am pleasantly surprised, but that first kill was just to show how big of a difference there is in skills. There is a huge difference in skills, because as a top laner, so early in the game, you're not supposed to lose your lane 1v1 so early. Blowing both of your summoners and losing First Blood as well. So I'm interested to see how he's going to come back from that lane. Is Sejuani going to babysit that lane and not allow herself to really roam the jungle? I want to see how that plays out.
Yeah, and so we actually see on the other side of that, Jarvan spent a lot of time in that bot lane just to make sure Shyvana was able to get her farm. He's actually waiting in the bush here with Fiddlesticks, who's roamed down from the mid lane. If Zyra and Kate push out too far here, this is not going to end well. The Jarvan EQ is going to pick up the kill on Zyra. No damage going to go out onto Kate. There's no damage at all. HP. That's another easy kill for Taiwan.
Wow, so they're not gonna do that split pushing thing, but what they are focusing on is they're gonna revert back to sort of their season 2 antics, and they're going to go for early lane gang. So you said it was a very successful lane gang. They really need to really coming. So here we go.
In the
Sejuani's
top
coming
lane,
from the back.
Sejuani looking for the link. They're going to pick up this Trindamere. It looks like should be enough. He's trying to get away. I don't think it's going to happen. Will they get that last hit on? He's still alive and running down the river. The spin, the flash actually has to come out from Sejuani. And Trindamere, Westor still going to get some Fiddlesticks help. And he's going to walk away. What looked like an almost sure kill in that top lane turns into a chase. And Westor showing that movement speed out of Trindamere. No boots on him. Still enough.
Oh, that is really not good for TBM right there. What happened there was they thought that they could get the kill and didn't want to blow anything else. They did blow the flash, but they managed to secure the kill. That is a terrible mistake coming from TBM. I just feel like they are just confused and they don't know where to go right now. They need to get by what is going on, collect themselves, and really see how to progress with this game, because it is not going well from them. So we're at the 6-minute mark of the game. It is a 7,000 goal difference right now.
Fiddlesticks into the bot lane again. This time, however, Sejuani is there to turn things around. Will it be enough? Caitlyn does pick up Fiddle. Zyra's going very low. The Ignite ticking. She will go down. It's now a 2v2 in the bot lane. Sejuani does not have the health to stick around. A lot of HP still left. However, Rio Silva has made his way down. This is now a 3v2. That ultimate coming out. Shyvana actually trying to go back in. I don't know if that was the best. Doing actually a lot of damage. They pick her up. Sejuani's going to have to walk away with very little health. And that ends up being a one in favor. So trying to get a little bit back from that one.
It is in favor of TBM. So they didn't see Sejuani coming in. So Green Tea on Fiddlesticks got too arrogant with that, and he got caught. He came from the bottom. He got caught because he didn't think that Sejuani was going to be back in the lane so quickly. They got the kill off him really fast. And how Shyvana died was that she's on a Caitlyn there for a little bit, and they managed to finish her off. So a good comeback coming back from TBM. They need to focus on getting this little advantages here and there, but not forgetting the global objectives.
A lot of damage coming up from Renekton. Trindamere is level 6, so if he needs it, his ultimate is up. Doesn't look to be the case. That heal actually coming out, getting him back all the way to about half HP. Boy, you're right. That in the bot lane, Shyvana going real deep with her ultimate, landing on that trap. Dragons can't resist cupcakes, just like you and me.
Cannot resist cupcake indeed.
So, and actually, we touched on this a little bit. Mr. Elvis, or just plain old Elvis today, AHQ Elvis. The normal AD carry player is actually on Nidalee and built that role. Move across to him in that lane as well, doing what he can to harass onto Silva. Silva's actually got 69 farm in that lane. Nidalee keeping up just as well, 67. Take a look across the board. Shyvana, Renekton keeping pretty even. However, Renekton is laning against the mid laner. Westor, their farm also pretty even. In the bot lane, I don't even know who to call that. Shyvana actually 50 farm to Caitlyn's 55.
So it doesn't spell very well if Shyvana, a non-conventional AD, I would say, has more farm than a Caitlyn so early in the game.
There's a lot of pings going down. Sejuani's actually Shyvana is doing a real good job of actually picking up that farm when it goes under tower, and because of those ganks that came out already, it's really hard for Caitlyn and Zyra going past her that far up the lane. So actually in the mid lane we can see a lot of fight coming out. The flash is going to make the Sejuani ultimate miss. There's still a lot of damage coming out. Will it be Green Tea going down again? They actually pick up Rio Silva with the Ignite. That's going to go to Nidalee, and Jarvan's coming in for a counter. Will it be enough? I don't think they can catch Sejuani, but they do a real good job of what looked to be a 1-for-0 into a 1-for-1 in that mid lane.
Adjusting farm,
Right.
I apologize. Caitlyn does have 70 farm to the 60 farm of Shyvana. I'm sorry, I was looking at the different stats right there. But yes, we do have more farm on Caitlyn than on Shyvana. And here we go. The first the first turret for TBM is just down. It is going to the bot lane for them. And as well as there's also a first turret coming out from AHQ, and that's going to be the middle turret. That gives a lot of map control to AHQ. It opens up the game for them. It gives JAPAN a lot more space to play around with, as you can see him coming down here to the bot lane. They are definitely going to look into getting that second turret for them, the bot lane turret for them. You can already see Fiddlesticks coming down as well, so it's going to be a 3-man versus a 3-man actually, because Real Silver is at the bottom lane there as well. We shouldn't call him Real Silver, we should call him by his name. But oh,
actually,
out of nowhere!
That was a spear. Sejuani was sticking around in lane. Mato-san gets picked up. The long range, out of nowhere. Nidalee waiting in a bush, dead Sejuani.
So that's something that you always have to put in mind, because we of a Nidalee. And we see Westdoor going very, very low, but look at
top
it.
Lane, actually, Renekton's ultimate has already been blown. His Ignite is down as well. Will he have enough to get out of this? The slice and dice, the damage is so great. And actually, Westdoor is going to pick that up as well. Westdoor 2-0-0 along with, Elvis as well, 2-0-1 on Nidalee. You were talking about how they're in charge of snowballing their team, and they are doing just that.
Right, you never want Westdoor, such an important player of AHQ, to snowball so early in the game, 2-0-0. The only thing that is going for Renekton right now is that they have the exact same CS right now, but obviously here, as we see, AHQ did manage to get the dragon, the first dragon of the game. That's going to be under 12 minute
It actually did
mark.
not go down. They were able to fight him off. So Sejuani showed up, and then Caitlyn ultimate was on to Jarvan to keep that smite guy away. However, not a problem at all. I would not be surprised to see them come down. They pick up that top turret with Renekton gone. Tryndamere has no problem picking up a turret.
I don't know which screen I'm looking at. I'm looking at the wrong screen. That is like still alive, so TBM definitely wants to have that in their mind. They don't want to give up that dragon because they can't afford to give up the dragon. They already are about 1.5k down in terms of global goal. They need to get that global goal back balanced. It's not going to be very easy for them to get an advantage in global goal, but they need to keep it balanced, and so dragon is going to be a very, very important global objective for them right now.
So one thing to take a look at, actually, Tryndamere has already built his Blade of the Rune King. Renekton actually going very, very attack-focused as well. He's got 2 Dorans as well as a longsword. So there's no armor there whatsoever for Renekton against Tryndamere, and with that Blade of the Rune King, he's going to be really strong. Taking a look at the bot lane, 4 members here. You can see AHQ positioning for this dragon.
But don't forget, everyone from TBM is around the corner as well. And Tryndamere is not there. Tryndamere doesn't have any teleport around, so he won't be able to participate in this dragon fight. However,
the longer they dance around this dragon,
the more damage that Tryndamere is going to put on it. If you take the house, it's put together the turret. Take a look at that. One wave of it, and he's already the turret half gone already with just one push. He might be able to take this with this wave right here, but obviously Renekton is there to stop anything that might come up from there. But look at it. Nidalee with 1 spear took down 1/4 of Caitlyn's health. Oh!
And you can actually see this is Stack Sister Nidalee coming out today. Got that Magi's all built, ready to go, looking for more stacks on that book.
We're gonna have a lot of ooh-ah moments here, especially with that Nidalee spear coming out. And there we go. Another spear comes out to spear out the main monster in that Wraith's camp right there.
So TBM was actually very, very slow to respond to that top turret push. The top turret, you can see, only has 1,000 health remaining. There's also, if you take a look at the items, 2 Rune Kings, 1 on Shyvana, 1 on Tryndamere coming out for AHQ as they look to maybe engage here on this blue buff.
Nidalee Spears is doing a lot of damage. 1 spear took out half of the health of Zyra. Look at her. She's almost never.
Well, Westdoor coming in from the behind on that one. He's going to have to try and use his ultimate to stay alive. The heal will be enough. I can't even see what's going on. The action, there's so much happening. Nidalee actually picks up Sejuani while Sejuani picks up Fiddlesticks. This is a long, drawn-out fight, and it's not necessarily over yet, folks, as the spears continue to come out from Nidalee. gonna miss onto Zyra, and they walk away from that. It's gonna end up being a 2-for-1 as Shyvana stays in the bot lane and picks up a turret.
So a very long drawn fight. Let's take a look at the stats that came up from that fight. It is a 2-for-1, a 2-kill advantage for a 2-kill advantage for AHQ, as well as a turret pickup there at the bot lane. So if you look at the goal now, this kill in the league, as well as a 3.4k goal for them right now. They have started on Dragon, and it's going to be a solo Dragon from Tryndamere. But here we go, his best friend Jarvan is there to help him, as well as Fiddlesticks running around the corner.
Does not have vision of this at all. Jarvan with the Oracle doing a really good job clearing out wards, and the two of them are more than enough to take that dragon down in time. And Rio Silva is not in the best of places here.
You don't want to play against, this is going to be really bad for him. Blood pulls away from it, but let's take a look. And flashes out of it.
Very good flash, however the fear is going to land. The silence comes out as well. Westdoor looking for another pickup. The slow's coming up from the Zyra plan.
Oh!
Will not be enough. Renekton, however, is here to maybe discourage any further extracurricular activities.
A good game, but still goes down. Vladimir still goes down to Tryndamere. This Tryndamere is looking scarier and scarier by the moment. Take a look. He already has Blood of the Ruined King finished. He has his boots finished as well. And there's a lot of damage coming up from him right here.
And you can actually see Nidalee just picked up her needlessly large rod as well, so she's going to start doing even more damage with those spears.
Wow, so let's take a look at Nidalee. Her AP right now, she does have a needlessly large rod here, so she has 235 AP.
So as she starts picking up those stacks, that is going to start to get scary. We have seen her making use of that mobility, not dying. However, gets engaged upon here by Renekton. Should jump away. Does just that, and Fiddlesticks and Jarvan waiting in the wings, maybe making something happen in this middle lane. It's only Caitlyn, Renekton, and Vladimir.
Look at this, Westdoor bottom lane trying to get this by himself. Zyra and Sejuani is around the corner, but they cannot stop this. Look at that, two of them there, but there's nothing they can do to stop that from happening. The turret does go down. Westdoor does take that out. He is going really aggressive, but he does not follow up on that attack.
So this is exactly what you were talking about, that split push. All the while, Westdoor taking that bottom turret. Shyvana in the top lane also manages to take down that second tier turret. And they are still pushing these waves. Shyvana doing a ton of damage to Vladimir as he has to walk away from that. He's already at 1/3 of his health. Middle down to the 3 push. TBM just has no way of stopping this push right now. The damage is so great that if they try and contest, they're going to lose members of their team.
Yeah, what they should do is just try and collect themselves together and see what their plan should be. But look at that Tryndamere. He's just on a rampage. There is such a strong... Oh my word, look at that.
And that's going to be 2 ultimates coming out to try and pick up the Caitlyn. That will be Dame Mitai going down. It's going to be another pickup. Actually, they do pick up 2. Shyvana and Jarvan going down in that fight. This could be a chance for TBM to try and make something happen. However, their lanes are so pushed, they don't know how far out they can go.
Right, so Shyvana got a little bit too deep with that. Lost 2 of them in that fight, but they do pick up Caitlyn with that one. But they need to figure out a way to stop that rampage going on Tryndamere. He took down 3 turrets by himself now, and they really need to learn how to stop him. He took out both turrets at the top by himself and that bottom inner turret as well.
He is not done here in the bot lane, making sure that lane stays as the rest of his team gets built up. Shyvana coming back in now with she has the Randuin's Omen, so she is going to be big and tanky, keeping away that attack damage from Renekton and Caitlyn. Other items coming out, not a whole lot being built. If we take a look at the Beast Mutai, Caitlyn has her Bloodthirster built. And honestly, if you take a look at the items, there's not a lot.
Oh, it's going up Cunny as well.
It'll be interesting to see if Tryndamere stays to fight this. He should have his ultimate is still up. And Renekton, you are not in a good place. The damage so much. It's actually a 3v1. And at this point, Westdoor doesn't care as he gets support coming in from Elvis. The ult coming out from from Rio Silva that's already here on Vladimir.
Oh, the spear comes out and snipes. Nidalee goes down to
Meanwhile, as we are so
Vladimir
excited about
goes
the
down
bot
to
lane, why
that.
don't we take a look at Mr. Baron. Shyvana up here with her Blade of the Rune King. She's going to be able to do a lot of quick damage.
While
to
all
this
of that is
Baron.
happening, TBM has no idea that this Baron is going down. So they have AHQ has vision on it, but there's absolutely no vision coming out from TBM, and this Baron is going to go down to AHQ with any form of contest ever from TBM. And there we go. That is a first Baron coming out from AHQ. The global goal has shot up to a 9,000 goal lead, 6 to 11 kills, advantage going very strongly to AHQ there. TBM needs to figure a way out to counter. So that AHQ has come out with, they don't have a conventional AD carry, so to speak, because we thought that Nidalee was going to go hybrid with the AD, but no, she went mid in the end, and it worked out for them because the split pushing meta that's coming out from AHQ right now is so strong. There is absolutely no answer that is coming out from TBM against that crazy Trindamere here. So Trindamere has his items, but he has not gone shopping for a while now, so I'm interested to see what he's going to come up with next. Obviously, we can't put away how much this Nidalee is doing. The spears are coming up from her so often, and it's so accurate with everything that she's putting out. Zyro, just now we saw one spear and it's half life gone. They need to
picked up. He's got an infinity edge now. That is a very, very scary Trindamere coming into this game. And there's half of Caitlyn's health gone again with an Nidalee spear. So you talked a little bit about that gold differential. There's 5 turrets difference, and that's a lot of gold. And you can just see that in the items. Sunfire Cape coming up for Renekton. Sejuani's still building towards it, and there are not a lot of big items over here.
Yeah, so this happens a lot with the Japanese teams. They are not good with a split pushing team. Oh my word! One spear comes out of it, and it's 2/3 of Caitlyn's health just gone over with that. Wow, that's a lot. So what happens now is that because of these spears, they cannot engage. TBM has no way of engaging AHQ right now, as we see a lot of action coming out in the top lane right here. Oh, and the spear comes out from Nidalee.
With that infinity edge and the life steal from the Blade of the Rune King, Trindamere or Westor is just going to be able to sustain himself so long in that lane. You can actually see Shyvana again in the bot lane, pushing in, see what she can do on that turret. The attack is coming from all 3 lanes at this point, and there is absolutely nothing TBM can do to stop it.
Wow. I mean, TBM just does not have an answer to the split pushing. So what happened a few weeks back as well is they didn't have an answer to the split pushing that a lot of these international teams are coming out with.
You can actually see Westor here, and there's 3 members in the mid lane. So you've actually got one single split pusher in both the top and the bottom lanes. And normally you don't see this because you're able to engage on the 3 in the mid lane. However, with the Nidalee poke and just how strong AHQ is right now, it's hard to fight even a 3v5 for
Yeah,
TBM.
so obviously we can see, AHQ really understanding how to play against a Japanese team. So with that international experience that AHQ really came out with, skill-based wise, it just smiles like, look at that! Sejuani does engage coming out, but
and they are going to immediately disengage. All the while that leaves Shyvana in the bot lane alone. She picks herself up another turret. It'll be interesting to see. I'd love to know how many turrets both Shyvana and Trindamere have acquired in this game.
Shyvana is still going to right there.
Is going to tickle down in there as Westor going to pick up a turret and the Ignite coming out. Will Dominus be enough? There's so much damage coming up from Westor.
Oh, Westor
Life
does
stealing
take go
will
down.
be enough. It won't be as the net slows, as the ultimate expires in the bot lane. However, that's going to be Sejuani going down to a Nidalee, and it is not over. Jarvan going in hard. Shyvana as well in the middle of things with that. Will it be enough? Actually, a nice flash from Fiddle to not die to Caitlyn. He's going to walk away from that to live another day. This could be the end of game 1 here, ladies and gentlemen. knocking on the door. Bottom inhibitor is down. Top inhibitor will go down soon. Not a lot of health left on that middle turret.
Yeah, so let's take record of what happened right there. So it's a 3 for 2 in the end. Caitlyn did manage to pick up a kill onto Trindamere, but they ended up opening with the base of TBM. The top inhibitor turret is down. Middle inhibitor turret is about to go down very soon. And at the bot lane, it's just both inhibitor and inhibitor is down. So a lot of super minions are going to be coming out really soon. And TBM needs to learn how to stop that push that's going to be coming out from AHQ on the top lane and the bottom lane as well.
Yeah, and so actually you can see in Italy, that is Elvis. He's got 7 stacks on his Soul Stealer. He's sitting currently at 572 AP.
Wow, that is a lot of AP coming out. So obviously we know how much Nidalee is doing with her damage because 572 AP. Look at that. Trindamere takes down Dragon by himself. He doesn't even care anymore. Train's supposed to do, but wow, Nidalee is just amazing this game. Her spears are so accurate. There's no answer to get. Oh, another spear comes up from here, and even the tank Sejuani Half-Life got almost hits him by the hair on his body. He managed to dodge that one out.
See some armor being built by the BC Tide because they have to deal with a Jarvan, Trindamere, and a Shyvana, but that means they're completely open as 3/4 of Caitlyn's health goes down.
She walked into that. Wow, so there's no engagement can come out from. Well, Sejuani tried to. Two of them
actually missing with the Sejuani ultimate. The fear coming out onto Vladimir. Will it be enough? Might be able to walk away from this, but not with a lot of health.
He walks away perfectly from it, luckily.
To keep track of everything that's
Westar
happening.
comes in, spins around, and takes out Vladimir as well.
Westar was pushing in the bot lane and picked up Vladimir from behind. He didn't even see it coming. There's kills coming up left and right. Fiddlesticks picking up Sejuani. Shyvana's going to pick up Renekton. The ace in the hole will not even do enough damage to even make Fiddlesticks think about retreating. This could be it. Minions knocking on every door. Caitlyn and Zyra, the only members of TBM up. Caitlyn not for long. This looks like it will be a game for AHQ.
It is the ace coming out from AHQ, and it looks like they're going to take the game. No, it's going to be a surrender. Is that a surrender? I'm not sure, but it looks like a surrender, and it's going to be game 1 coming out, and it's going to be AHQ coming out with game 1, 27 minutes game. Well,